today? Well, our fine folks at home, hello. It's a wonderful Wednesday. We're ready to go here. Jeff's already got his hand on his heart. That's awesome. Chief Brooks is going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Chief Brooks.
Good morning, fellow Rotarians and guests. Please join me in the salute to our nation's flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And Councilmember Stedman, would you please lead us in the four-way test?
Fellow guests, Rotarians, please join me in the four-way test of the things we think, say, or do. First,
is it the truth?
The second,
is it fair to all concerned?
Third,
will it build goodwill and better friendships?
What was that?
Fourth.
Fourth. I almost got through it. And fourth,
Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
because that's we're saying twice. And fifth,
Is it fun?
Wow.
Now I understand Lacey politics. Wow.
Yes, this meeting will be featuring the foundation, and what a great video to kick things off. How about that video, folks?
Yeah.
Yeah, great things that we're all doing. We're going to be learning a lot about the foundation today. Before we get started, we have some visiting Rotarians to recognize. From the Tumwater Club, let's welcome Lonnie Lowe. And are there any other visiting Rotarians? Great, we'll move on to guests. Madeline White, you have a guest.
Amy Chan.
Yay! That was great.
And this is my last,
What did Stedman do to everybody? My goodness. Okay, Romero, you have a guest.
Yeah, with me I have Ian Ledford. He's a land use planner with the county.
All right, welcome. Lonnie, you have a guest.
I do. I brought Dr. Chelsea Still with me today, potential new member for you. She's a new member, or a new doctor in our office that just joined our practice. So.
Awesome, new doctor, potential new member. Great to have you here. We're going to move right into any other guests before I move on. Excellent. So we're going to move into Think Rotary. Before I do so, I want to give a recognition to Mary Weiss. She's been doing a great job and working with Dan to take on the mentorship program, which is a fantastic way as far as engaging our members, especially the new members coming in. So at this point, what I really want to do is to see how many people are mentors right now. Let's get some hands up of the folks that are mentors. Look around the room. Those are some great folks that are doing some great things, bringing people on board and welcoming new members into our club. We're going to have an induction here in a couple seconds, so it tells how important. Mary's going to start circulating a sign-up sheet for those that are interested in becoming mentors, so that she can have a discussion. We can see if that's something, a right pathway for you. But we really want to see folks that are motivated, understand what's going on with Rotary, and really want to welcome the new folks in, because again, engagement is very important for us. Mary, did I do okay?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. All right. Before I move on, Think Rotary. Do we have any Think Rotary moments right now? I gave you guys a lot there of time. Think Rotary. None this week?
No, actually, yeah.
Oh, okay, Michelle Wickett.
So I actually had Dan detail both my car and my truck this past week.
All right, Dan, good job. Let's hear it for Dan. Yes, go ahead. Oh, can you do this, Michael?
Yes, I think so. I keep from laughing. Dan did my truck also, and all their cars, but I drove down Hogan Day Road the next day with 2 inches of mud from construction.
Yeah.
So I need to have Dan back again.
All right, let's hear it for Dan. Okay, we're going to move right into our induction. I know we've got a very busy agenda. It's going to be an exciting time. So if I could call our membership chair, let's hear it for Shannon Glenn.
All right, we have Amy and Madeline, and her mentor will be Grace Kendall, which I don't think I've seen yet, but she'll be coming at some point. I'm Grace. Oh,
All right.
hi, Grace. All right, so we're gonna have Madeline, who is Amy's sponsor, tell us a little bit about her.
Amy's shy and I'm shy, but she won, so I am happy to introduce to you Miss Amy Chen, who moved to the United States at age 15. She loves to cook, read, and travel. She works at the Olympian as a marketing consultant, also owns a small marketing agency. She moved to Olympia last November from Boston, Massachusetts. Amy Chen.
Hey, That's 2 Patriot fans.
All right, fellow Rotarians, if you would please help me welcome our new member, Amy Chen.
Another shot.
Yeah. Pose.
Picture.
Pose.
Picture.
Wait,
Pose.
wait.
Natural pose.
Yeah, look natural.
Yes, and we're posing naturally, and we're done. Okay.
Huh?
Yeah.
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 All right, let's hear it again for Amy. Okay, I do have a couple of announcements I'm doing up front. This is just to recognize the board meeting that we had. We had our monthly board meeting on Monday, November 4th, and a couple items I wanted to share with the club right away. Committee chairs have selected assistant chairs and are now in the process of recruiting for committee members. We are looking to get every club member to at least one committee as part of our initiative to increase membership engagement. Who here is in a committee, is listed in a committee, shows up to committee meetings? Okay, who did not raise their hand just now? Raise your hand if you did not raise your hand. God, there's a whole bunch of people that didn't raise their hand. Raise your hand. All right, committee chairs, look around. Grab those folks, make sure they're in a committee. Seriously, this is a big part of what we're trying to do. Trying to get get this club so that it's working for you as the members. And I think a big part of that is finding what's the niche tool that you can best take on that role of service above self. And I think that's a key component of what we're trying to do through this engagement. So please don't look at it as some sort of task upon you. It's more the opposite. This is an opportunity, and we really want to make sure that we're going out there. So membership chairs, we're looking around. They're going to tap the shoulders on those folks. So that's a good thing. We'll be increasing our committee activity on Club Runner as well, and that's going to be another push that we're going to be having, is to make sure all those committees are identified on Club Runner. Number 2, the board is reviewing the service committee's draft of an RFP of proposal for community grants. Schedule is to post the RFP by the end of the month and close out acceptance of responses by the end of the year for early 2020 for review and selection. Third, we have 122 members, and well, maybe now 123, right? Yeah. And more in the pipeline productions. Great shout out to Shannon and to all of you. Thank you for bringing your friends into this club. And that's a great thing about what Rotary is to continue to grab friends that are here and driven for the same common mission that we have. Fourth, the vocation committee, and let's hear it for Grace real quick. Let's hear it for Grace and the vocation committee. Yeah, great panel the other day. They're doing a great job and working on several cool ways of passing the word about your business, including setting up a slideshow at the start of the meeting with logos and continuing on with quarterly panels. We're also looking into a regional database for Rotarians, so stay tuned. We're really trying to get your business profiled, so that's something that I think is really important here and should continue to be a benefit for being a member. 5, a robust conversation on the foundation committee was held, and Nate will be going into greater details of that as part of the presentation today. Mike Jones reported that we have $86,000 in our checking, and our spending remains within budget constraints. Well done, Mike Jones.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah, Mike.
Outside of minutes and agendas, there were no major action items taken. And so everybody understands, or if anybody wants to read further details and get into it, once the minutes are approved, those minutes, including the financial statements, are all uploaded onto Club Runner, and each member has access to Club Runner. So if you want to get into some more of the details about the committee report, or you want to get into details on the financials, you can see them there. Okay, with that said, I've moved on with the program, and it is my distinct pleasure to bring to the stage our foundation chair. Let's hear it for Nate Peters.
Good morning. So my name is Nate Peters. I have the privilege of serving as the chair for our Rotary Club for the Foundation Committee. Last week we recognized 2 people, Mike Bell, and we recognized Shannon Glenn for their Paul Harris contributions. Normally what that is, it's a gift of $1,000 or more to the Rotary Foundation, but this beginning of these meetings, we're really looking to nominate, recognize, and inspire people based on their involvement with the club. And maybe people who are younger and they're up-and-coming leaders in the club. And so today I'd like to call forward John Dehan in the back. Yes, John, I see you. As well as Megan Shore. These 2 people are the ones that are usually at all of the meetings. They're running things, they're the ones communicating things, and so we'd like to take this opportunity to recognize each of you for involvement in the club. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. This is my second opportunity to talk to the club about the foundation, and so I'm going a little bit quicker this year than what we have in the past to cover some different material. So something that a lot of people are excited about with the Rotary Foundation is that it's consistently rated #1 of the 10 of the best charities ever been heard of, rated #1 by Charity Navigator, which is well known for rating nonprofits in its transparency and use of funds. So a lot of people find that interesting because I think when you give your money, you want to know where that's going. The foundation's purpose, the mission of the foundation, is to enable Rotarians to advance world understanding, goodwill, and peace by improving people's health, supporting education, and alleviating poverty. The foundation focuses on these 6 areas for work, right? And so we're encouraged to be, as Rotarians, looking for projects, both locally and internationally, that fit within these 6 brackets. When that happens, the foundation will then provide grant money to help fund that project. There are 3 main funds. You can always, if you want to give money, we're not going to say no. So if you have a specific program that you want to fund, yes, that is an option. But really, these are the 3 main ones. The endowment fund, thinking how you can support things moving forward into the future. When you give toward an endowment is where it's a fund that spits out in perpetuity funding that is for an operating support. And so with the endowment fund of the Rotary Foundation, this is money that the Rotary Foundation will use forevermore. As long as the Rotary Foundation has existence, the endowment fund will be there. The next piece is a Polio Plus Fund, which we talked about in October 24th, World Polio Day. Many of you gave to that, thank you very much. And that's where we're looking to end and eradicate the polio disease. And so the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is matching those gifts through 2020. For every $1 that the Rotarians commit, they match $2. So really you're doubling your gift. Over tripling. Thank you. I didn't have to do math. So what we're going to talk about today is the annual fund. And the annual fund is really focused on operating support, annual operating support that the foundation can use to be able to help fund these projects. When you get to the annual fund, you're looking, the foundation again supports those 6 areas of focus. This photo is of our own very Nita Cell. So Nita traveled in 2006. In 2006 to Ethiopia for phase 1 of the Ethiopian water project. And so Nita is a great example of your gifts at work. And I know we have other club members who have also traveled internationally to be doing projects such as this. How the annual fund works, 50% of that money, say you give $100, $50 of it goes to the World Fund, which is used for international projects, and then $50 of that 100 would go toward district designated funds. District designated funds are where, and I'll give examples of that, where you do local projects that fit within those 6 areas that the district then is able to provide more grant funding, really enabling the Rotarians to do more with that funding. So, for example, if you make a gift of $1,000 to annual fund, it's invested. So for 3 years, your contribution is invested, and those earnings historically have been used to pay for the foundation's operating costs. After it's been sitting in that investment fund for 3 years, it's then made available to fund projects. Half of the contribution, like I said, in this case, is part of your district's designated funds. And that's the money your district uses to help fund local and international projects. The World Fund is where they're able to use the money for worldwide grants. Foundation programs available for Rotary districts, grant matches, or aid where the trustees determine the need is greatest. So bringing it back to our club specifically, you may recognize that guy on the right. Can I get like some applause for Doug Ma and all of his work for the club? Doug is in contact with like so many other clubs planning this stuff, and then just coordinating all of our club, our 123 members is a lot. So 2 years ago in 2018, we partnered with 2 other local Rotary clubs to build a playground in Rochester. We were able to get district designated funds that was able to increase our collective support for that to $10,500. Is that right, Doug? $21,000. So collected $21,000 in investment for the playground. In 2019, this year, we were partnered with Community Youth Services. Remember we had that program where they did their youth build, where they talked about their youth that are building houses and stuff. We partnered with them on that. And so in 2019, this year, we partnered with those same local clubs to be able to fund that project. And so combined with the district grant funds and the other people, we did $42,000 for that. Now, many of you heard of the Lacey Food Project, the Lacey Food Bank Project. That's $50,000 committed over 5 years. We've broken it down into chunks so that each chunk we can apply for district grants to match it. So again, increasing our what we can do with the funding. So these are examples of local projects that our club specifically has done using this district grant funding from the annual fund. So looking at, many of you got letters from me this morning, and if you don't have one, I have one for you, I just didn't give it to you. So it talks about, at the very bottom, where you're at with your specific giving level. If you gave a gift recently, that is not reflected. So what it does is it breaks it down. Every Rotarian every year is really our goal for the club, the leadership's goal for the club. And that is where you get $25 a year to the annual fund. A sustaining member is where you give $100 a year to the annual fund. And you'll notice people in the audience with a dark blue sticker on their name tag means they gave that $100 to the annual fund this year. And those specific people are sustaining members of the foundation. We recognize John and Megan this morning for their Paul Harris Fellow. Again, that's typically a $1,000 gift or more to the annual fund, or to Polio Plus or another approved fund. Paul Harris Society is where people pledge to give $1,000 a year to the foundation. So that's where you make a pledge commitment to be doing that each year. Benefactor, $1,000 gift outright, or an estate gift to the endowment fund. And bequest is $10,000 or more pledged to the foundation. Major donors are when all of your donations over a number of years equal $10,000, you're then a major donor. And if your cumulative contributions again reach 250,000, you're then an Arch Clump Society member. We currently have 45 donors that are every Rotarian every year. We have 40% of our club is giving $25 a year to the annual fund. Can I get an applause for that? Thank you all. 32% of our club is giving out $100 a year to the annual fund, which is a sustaining member. All the dark blue stickers. Can I get an applause more? Thank you. We have 55 donors that are Paul Harris Fellows, and 2 of them are in the society where they pledge to give $1,000 a year. We have 15 benefactors where people are giving $1,000 outright or an estate gift to the foundation, to the endowment. And then we have 5 donors who are Bequest Society members at $10,000 or more pledged to the foundation. For a club that is 8 years old with 123 members, that is very good and very exciting. And that's why we're continuing to encourage and inspire each of our members to do more. Again, that every Rotarian every year, the $25 gift to the foundation would help boost us up that much more. So thank you all who already gave. I'm going to continue on in the presentation. Oh, so these are the 3 I made it red that we're really looking at. Yeah, Jerry.
So if you bought a $25 fine card, then that would count for the $25 contribution. One of those?
This? Okay.
Right. So you get all your fines, but it also goes to your annual. Oh,
yes.
That's a great idea.
And so John has those in the back. So for $25, you get 30 punches, I believe, to be able to speak at the end. Every Rotarian every year. These are 2018-19 numbers. We had $126 million given to the annual fund. Over 1,400 global grants were awarded, and 31% of Rotarians across the world supported the foundation at the every Rotarian every year level. This guy on the right is Paul Harris, and so that's the one that the Paul Harris Society and Fellow was named after. So this again is where people are giving $1,000 outright or through recognition points to be able to be recognized in this way. So I'm 25 years old. I do fundraising at a local university, St. Martin's University, and I'm involved with like 3 other nonprofits, right? And so when you're on a board, you're expected to give. And so I have a hard time giving at higher levels with this stage of my career. And so I normally do this type of thing where it's called Rotary Direct. It's called recurring giving. When you have your credit card hooked up and it just charges it. I do $8, actually do $10, but $10 a month equals $120 a year, which makes me a sustaining member of the foundation, and I don't miss $10 out of my paycheck, right? And I have the privilege of that. For a lot of us, that's doable. $10 a month out of your paycheck, that's 2 copies. $4.17 a month is $50. And for those who are interested in a Paul Harris Fellow, that's really $83 a month. And I'd like to recognize some of our Rotary Direct members in the club who are doing this. Amanda May is one of those, so thank you so much for doing that. Are there questions about this breakdown? It's much more affordable when you start looking at it that way instead of a $1,000 outright gift. Ways to give. Like I said, if you are wanting to give money, we're not going to say no. And so you just need to let us know what works. So you can automate your giving through Rotary Direct, which you just spoke about. You can donate online through rotary.org/donate, and that's, again, in those letters that we talked about. Yep, thank you. And then we also, you can give a check to me or Mike Jones in the back, our treasurer. And you can also mail your gift directly to the foundation, which I think is a little bit more difficult, and I recommend you just bring it to us or make it online. Again, every gift, no matter the amount, makes a difference. It's called participation. Think if every Rotarian across the world were able to give $20 or $10 a year, how much that collective support would be able to accomplish. It's the same idea with our local nonprofits. And so $200 is medical equipment. Newborns start life healthy when hospitals have up-to-date equipment. $1,000 equals conflict resolution training. And then $50 can be a water filter. These are examples of your gift at work across the world. And I'm going to actually show you how to give. I noticed I've been sending emails out with links, and you can make your gift online. And then people are like, I don't know how to do that. And so you go online to myrotary.org, and you have to register, and then you can make your gift. And you can also do check or cash with MyCry. My.rotary.org will take you here. You can sign it up there where it says register, or you do it there. And this is where you make your account. The beauty of this is when you log in online and you have your account, it'll automatically connect your gift to this club and you to this club in your profile with Rotary International. So it's a really easy way to automate and track your giving history, as well as view the different reports of the club and keep in touch. Once we do that, we're then logged in and we're able to make a gift. Lord.
What if you don't know your Rotary number? Where do you get that?
You'd be able to get that from your Gateway Rotary login. If you're having trouble, just contact me and I'll send you all the info you need. Thank you.
Nate, you got another?
Also, on your Rotary magazine, on the label, your number is on that label.
That's awesome. So cool.
Thanks, man. And so when you logged in, you can make your gift. There's a whole big donate button in the top right. Okay. You can also go to rotary.org/donate. Right. We make it easy for you to do that. This is a giving area, right? And so when you click donate, you can select your option of where you want to make your gift. This next piece, when you scroll down, is how you can be able to do the recurring donations. Like I just talked about, the $10 a month type thing, where you don't even recognize it coming off your card. Are there any questions for me about the foundation or ways to support the foundation in our club? Len.
So these letters are really cool.
Thank you.
What is the main message from the letter that you're sending?
Main message is Rotary Foundation Month, and we'd love for you to participate in the act of giving and philanthropy in this way. And so we have two opportunities that the committee, the foundation committee, has put together, with thanks to some of our club leadership. For every gift, is get 100, get 100. You give a $100 gift, and you will be matched up to 100 points as well. So if you're at the bottom of your level, it says you're $400 away from your next Paul Harris. If you make a gift of $300, the club will then match it for $100, which will put you at your next Paul Harris. Is that?
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, and there's a number of people who've already done that, so thank you so much for taking advantage of this opportunity. Also, if you give in a gift of $25, we have candy bars. So $25 is a candy bar.
Everybody who gives gets candy.
Everybody.
Everybody, yes, everybody.
They're in the back of my car, I want to get rid of them.
Thank you for your support. After this meeting, you'll get an email from me with the same exact information as in that letter, but all electronic. So there's links, and it'll be that much faster to log in and make a gift. Any other questions, Nita?
I just wanted everybody to know that the committee is going to fix the Paul Harris Fellowship board banner. It's a little out of date. We're going to fix it to make sure everybody gets represented.
It's about 2 years out of date, so.
Five.
Right. So let me see if I get this straight. For every dollar that we give, it can be leveraged as much as 4 times to do good works in the world. Is that correct?
Very correct.
Okay.
Including right here in our very own backyard with the food bank stuff, right? $50,000 is a lot of money.
Thank you. You got back order? Or is it just Troy?
It's just
Troy's
Troy.
talking with his hands.
Okay.
Sorry, Troy.
Well, I will be here after the meeting. My email is also in the bottom of that letter. Please contact me with your questions. I'd love to sit down and have a conversation of what all the foundation does and how there are many ways to support. So thank you.
Yay! Brilliant. Brilliant.
Okay, let's hear it for Nate, folks. I'm back in set. You see me at home? I'm sure you're texting, Len, you were better off on the side when we couldn't see you. Okay, well that was a great presentation, and really again, why are we here? What are we doing? What are some of the great things? We have fun, and that is a big part of it. But we have fun through the services that we give. We're going to hear more about that, but also the foundation giving. And what a great presentation to see all the good that we do in this world and in our community based off of this. And so I think it's please take a look at those letters, look at the links that Nate's going to be sending out, and consider what you can do, and then try to see if you can give a little bit more. I mean, I think all of us, we can look at it. We saw the dollar signs up there. Nate gave a great example of what was good for his budget, and I think each of us can do that same thing. This is a very important organization for all of us here, and this is the best way that we can turn around and give back to that. So really hoping for some good participation. This is Rotary Foundation Month. It's a great opportunity for us to step up as Gateway Rotarians, so thank you. With that, I do have a couple announcements, and before I go, I just want to make sure I've got everybody here. Is Crystal here?
No.
No. So we've got an announcement by Amanda, we got an announcement from Lori, and we have an announcement, I believe, from Megan, right? You're going to make an announcement? Okay. So why don't you guys come on up, and I'll do Crystal's. We have our social coming up. It'll be the first Thursday of the month. Where is it? Anybody remember? River's Edge, right. You know what? Megan's going to make that announcement. Come on up, Megan. You can make two announcements for us. Let's hear it for Megan Shore.
It makes sense because we're going to be doing a fun mini service project during that social, but I will get to that. First and foremost, I want to remind everyone that next Saturday, aka the Saturday before Thanksgiving, we have our landscaping project at the Lacey farm stand off of Martin Way. I sent everybody an email over the weekend about it. Thank you so much. I think we've got about 5 volunteers so far signed up. I would love to get another 5 if at all possible. So click on the link that I emailed you. It has all the details. 9 to noon. We'll be doing planting shrubs and small plants and that sort of thing around the farm stand. So it'll be a fun, really low-key landscaping service project. So stay tuned for that. I also wanted to let you know I scattered some flyers around the tables, one of which is talking about the Pleasant Glade Food Drive. So we are helping Pleasant Glade with the food drive that they have every year, and all of the food that they get donated goes to families of Pleasant Glade students, and then also the Lacey Food Bank. So if you don't have one on your table, I'm sorry, I'm trying to lower my printing quantity, but I have put a lot of stuff on the website. So in addition to the Pleasant Glade food drive list, there's also a service projects calendar that I created. There's a few floating around the tables as well. Essentially, that is just a resource for you to know what service projects we have planned from now until December 2020. Now, of course, we may have additional opportunities that come up, but that is really a resource to you. You can find both of these handouts that are on the tables. If you go to gatewayrotary.net and go to the home page, at the very bottom, there's an area that says download files. So both of these handouts are available to you if you're at the grocery store and want to pick up some donations for the Pleasant Glade Food Drive. You can download that on your phone. Heck, take a picture. Take a picture of it with your phone if you don't have access to the website right now. I'm sort of trying to, number one, work smarter, not harder. It's my motto in life. But also make sure that everything is easily accessible to you as far as our service projects go. So food drive with Pleasant Glade is coming up. The Giving Tree is the mini service project that we're really going to be focusing a lot on at the December social. So the Giving Tree is sort of like an adopt a family sort of thing, where we are going to be getting tags from Pleasant Glade for kids who have requested gifts for the holiday. So we still need to get the tags. We should have them by the end of this week. And then I'm going to create a sign-up list so that you can essentially pick a specific gift that you want to donate that this particular child at Pleasant Glade has asked for. So there'll be more details to come on that, but we're going to basically use the December social to wrap all of those gifts. It's going to be a fun time. We're going to be wrapping those gifts and counting the donations for the Pleasant Glade Food Drive at the December 5th social at River's Edge and Tumwater. I also wanted to let you know, I got really busy on Club Runner this past few weekends, as you can tell. Also, if you are on the Gateway Rotary website and you go to our calendar of events, you can sign up for pretty much all of these volunteer opportunities on that calendar right now. Right now, guys. So any future youth build volunteering event, for example, that you would like to participate in, there's an event for that, and you can sign up for it. Homeless backpacks, there's an event, and you can sign up for that through the event page on our website. So go forth, explore the website, explore Club Runner. I really encourage you to do it because it's really awesome. And then I think the only other thing I had was the service committee is meeting right after this meeting to talk about all these exciting things. So if you have any questions, just give me a holler or Doug a holler, and I look forward to seeing you next Saturday.
All right, let's hear it for Amanda Day.
BBD meeting is right after this one. We're having a small committee meeting.
Okay.
And another announcement, we've got Lori Carroll. Let's hear it for Lori.
Okay, I have the information on the book drive. I know you've all been waiting for it.
Yeah.
So, Gateway donated the most books.
What?
We donated 1,639, but only 1,017 were children's books, so that's all they counted.
Oh, really? Come on. Adults need to read too.
They do, but it's not their mission. Anyway, Lacey donated the most usable books.
What?
They donated 639 books plus $926 at $1 a book for a total of $1,565.
Oh, that's
So,
Like the electoral college.
You got money.
60 of their books were grown-up books, so they were not usable. So they beat us by 500. But we donated the most books.
Yeah.
They just gave cash. So we're the winners here. As far I'm trying to paint
Spin,
this.
yeah.
I'm trying to spin it. So we did great. Thank you.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Jerry Farber, who donated a bunch of different of his books that he wrote. Unfortunately, they aren't considered children's books.
I thought they were.
Maybe the writing, but
Ow.
just kidding, Jerry. I do have a couple other announcements. First of all, Paul Harris dinner will be held on March 19th at Hotel RL. Early bird and new Rotarian pricing is available at paulharrisdinner.com, and we'll be sending that note out to folks. But put March 19th on your schedule because you're all signing up for giving to the Rotary Foundation, and that's a great opportunity for recognition for especially new Paul Harris achievement folks, also folks that hit different levels, and it's a great recognition of what we're doing in our community and meeting with other clubs. The other announcement is start thinking about our district conference. All right. Last year we had some scheduling issues. It was on Mother's Day weekend. It is not on Mother's Day weekend. Thank goodness I won't get in trouble. I had a pregnant wife at home, and where did I go? I went to Victoria. So it's going to be May 14th through 16th in Victoria. May 14th through 16th in Victoria, BC. What country is that in? Anyone know? Nobody knows. Wow, that's great. Canada. All right, this is not Mother's Day weekend. And again, it's May 14th through 16th in Victoria. All right, with that said, we're going to go on to our classification talk. Can I have Dan Bailey come on up? Dan, are you ready to go? Here we go. Let's hear from Dan.
Just give us the details.
Just give it, I can start passing out candy bars, right? I've been thinking about this for some time when it comes to what to talk about. And I thought of, just the other day we had Veterans Day, which I'm a veteran, I was Air Force veteran, there's other people in the room, they're obviously veterans, and it also is a day before my birthday that me and my wife share. And we always wonder what to do on that day, and So we went to breakfast at Sherry's, and while we were there, my wife said, we saw a gentleman walk in that had an old Army first sergeant hat or something or whatever, and she thought, oh, that'd be a good thing to do, is buy him breakfast for, just for the hell of it, And so I thought, okay, I didn't know when we volunteered to do that the waitress was going to make a big thing of it. I really was more of a do it and don't tell anything, but when we mentioned this to our waitress, she said, oh, he wanted to thank you for that. Okay. And so I thought, okay, I didn't really want that, but okay, whatever. So we go over and meet this guy, and he was an 82-year-old veteran. He was a first sergeant for some platoon in Idaho or something, but he moved here recently because Madigan is right here, and he was having some medical issue, and it was just neat to talk to the guy. And he was similar in age to my dad. My dad's 89, he's 82. My dad's a Navy guy, and this guy's an Army guy. And it was interesting to talk to somebody that usually, obviously, I wouldn't run past with or something. And it's a reason why that I think on Veterans Day we always reflect about how great this nation is, and if it wasn't for veterans, we wouldn't have all these great freedoms that we cherish so much and stuff like that. But at the same time, I don't think that we really truly just simply talk to somebody or thank them for what they do. And that's what was great about doing that on our birthday and stuff. And I was like, I thought that was a great thing. But at the same time, a lot of times when I heard a thing just the other day, they were talking about that the mission readiness when it comes to the services and stuff like that, and having problems more and more when it comes to 18-year-olds, men and women, and being mission ready, being in the physical shape to do this, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, 70% of them can't meet the height and weight requirements to be in the military and stuff like that. And so that's why I've always been an advocate of a draft. That way everybody has to be. I don't care if you're live in smaller and less affluent areas, or you're a multi-millionaire, that your son or daughter should be able to have that experience. And I think the nation in a whole would be so much better if that was true. I don't think politically it will ever get to that, where if we would allow people to, not my son or daughter's not going to the military or whatever. But I think that so much negativity and so much what I call stupidity when it comes to the nation would be averted if everybody did do their part and do 4 or 6 years in the military. And because I think we have great role models in this room itself when it comes to how the military gives you so many great foundation principles and beliefs and strategy in life that most of the people in this room, the jobs that they had in the military, have nothing to do. Like my job has nothing to do with what I was trained to do when I was in the Air Force. I was a photographer for 3 years, and I was a jet engine mechanic for 3 years. Nothing of that has to do with what I've chosen as a field later in life. And almost everybody in this room, that same thing is true. Some of it, but I just wish that more of us would maybe push that idea of having a draft to have more people share the burden of protecting this great nation that we all know and love. So that's really what I want. That was on my heart today, so I thought I'd talk about that.
Well, thank you. It's always great to recognize all our veterans and Veterans Day just passed. Thank you to all those who served, absolutely. All right, with that said, I'm going to say goodbye to our folks at home. It was great seeing you, but we're leaving you. And we're going to call to the stage our